again, as usual. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope everybody did okay with the storms. I guess it's still going on. I don't know. It passed us yesterday, so hope everybody's doing okay. I know it killed a lot of people and hurt a lot of people and damaged a lot of people's houses, so hope you guys are okay. Thankfully, we didn't have any damage. We just had a lot of rain, so we're really lucky. But we were on skirts, so we didn't really get the worst of it, thankfully. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing good today. Let's see here. We're working on this football today. It's cute little football. He's really, really cute little guy. Put him back over here. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Ingrid. Yes, I remember. Thank you. It is cute, isn't it? I saw it and I knew I had to make it for my husband because he loves football. So I had to. So I'm going to make another one. I wasn't going to put eyes on the one today, but I think I will. I don't know. I guess I'll see how I feel when I get to that point. Okay, bye. Thank you for dropping in. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to get ready here. Work on it. Give me just a second. Good morning, Eileen. How are you doing? I'm going to mute for a second and get something to drink. Thank you. Aw, yeah. My husband loved his little football. I made it for him because I saw the pattern and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. So I make it. I'm doing good. I'm thankful the storm passed us yesterday and we're okay. And my aunt and uncle weren't as lucky, but they had part of their roof come off of their house, but they live in the mountains, so they got it worse than we did. We just had a lot of rain, but they're okay and everything, but their house is a little bit messed up, but we're all good and that's what's important. But they're okay, and thankfully they've got insurance on the house, and so hopefully everything will work out. And they were hunkered down in their basement while it was going on, so they didn't know what was going on. There was like breaking glass, and then they saw part of their roof was outside, and they were like, uh-oh. They saw it in their yard, and they were like, oh no. And so they thought it was really, really bad, but it turned out to not be like as bad as they imagined it was going to be, but it's still not good. Yeah, I think they've got somebody ready to come put tarps on everything, and the insurance company called them back already, so that's good. So hopefully they can like get the ball rolling and get things fixed up. But yeah, I hate to hear that for them. I'm thankful I don't have any children or anything, so that's good. But still, it sucks because my uncle had just had surgery like a week or two ago, so I guess he's still kind of recovering from that, and now they've got this to deal with, so that's never good. See, 5 and an increase, I think. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, I am. I'm glad to. Like I said, my uncle was an insurance salesman. Hopeful they have pretty good insurance on their house, so they should be able to get it fixed and everything. Arthur, do you need your treat? Here you go, baby. Arthur needs his treat. Here you go. He knows I have it. Take your Kong ball, baby. Grab it. Take it. Okay, I'll throw it for you. There you go. I made him a little treat with peanut butter in it earlier, and he knows about it. So he was like, okay, Mom, it's time. All right, let me try to get comfortable here so I can work on this bad boy. I'm not like comfortable with this pattern yet because I've only made it the one time, so I'm a little nervous about it, but we'll see how it goes. One. I'm also not 100% sure how far I get with it, but we'll see. 4, 5, Yes, welcome, welcome. 5 and then increase. It was just such a cute little pattern. I couldn't resist it. My husband loves football, so it was like perfect. I wanted to give it to him for his birthday or something, but I just couldn't like wait to give it to him. So I gave it to him last night, but I ended up leaving it inside, and then I went outside, and he ended up seeing it, like, and I didn't get to see his reaction. I was like, "Aw." I walked back in, and he was like, "You made me a football," but I was like, "Darn it, I didn't get to see. I wanted to see the reaction." Aw, thank you, Eileen, for 5 and increase. Yeah, I was telling MJ, I was like, I'm a little nervous about making the football today, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Yeah, he was excited. 3. So I still got some reaction, you know, but it's still, I didn't get to see his face. I was like, oh man. 4. And then it should be, let me see, let me count my stitches over here for a minute. How many am I supposed to have? 6, supposed to have 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay. Where did I go wrong? I did something wrong. That's okay. I can fix it really quick. I can add 2 here and 2 in here. And then I'll recount them and make sure we're right before we move on. I don't want to be messing up somewhere. Right, and this is an increase like it's supposed to be. The other one I did quite well, but like I said, I was off camera, so that makes a difference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. All right, perfect. The other day I was watching Josie's live, and her video about like making a crochet bouquet, and she was making these roses, and she was counting by 5s, and I was like, how is she doing that? I could never count my stitches by 5s. Like, thank you, Shima. Thank you. It is adorable, isn't it? For anybody that's interested, I do have the pattern linked in my description. I don't know if the link will work yet, but it should when I upload it. But it's still there, and I have the name of the creator who makes it. I think her name is probably pronounced Crow, but I have it in my description. So if anybody's interested in making the pattern, it is a free pattern, and yeah, it's on YouTube. 7, so 6 and an increase, and then I need to change back to my brown yarn in a minute, which is one of the things I was nervous about because they have me do it a way in this pattern that I'm used to. Yeah, she was making a bouquet, and it was like she's done it in parts. Isms by Josie, and she was doing it, and so she was working on the yellow roses in the part that I was watching the other day. And she was just like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I was like, how is she? What? Because I don't know, my eyes just can't look at 5 stitches at once and do that for some reason. I have to count one by one. I was like, wow, that's wild. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it is. Arthur, you having a good time with your peanut butter buddy? I with you. They probably heard you a minute ago. You were so close licking it. You're being nasty. No, he's just enjoying his treat, but it's kind of gross now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, Arthur, I see you. 5. You're not done already, are you? 6. And then an increase, little buddy. Oh, yeah, he is. He is definitely enjoying it. Walking around, though, I think he's taking a break. Water break? Maybe a water break. Maybe just checking his food bowl break. I don't know. I can't believe he'd be done yet. And again, 6. Hey, MJ! 1, 2, 3, 4. How are you doing this morning? 5, 6. And increase. So I'm just making this one right now. I'm hoping maybe somebody will want to buy or something like that, because I made the first one back here for my husband, but this one I'm taking to kind of show you guys, and maybe I'll post it on Instagram and maybe somebody will want to buy a football at some point. And if nobody buys it, then I will save it for a market. But hi, welcome. Cowgirl. Let's see here. All right, I should have 7 stitches left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Wonder if I did it right. 1, 2. Right? I know, I was like, maybe save this for like Super Bowl, but oh well. Like, I had to make it for my husband when I saw it. I couldn't help myself. Because I saw it like a week or two ago, and I showed his friend. I was like, look what I'm going to make him. And he was like, oh, he's going to like that. And I was like, I know. Because the only other thing, like, my husband really wanted, I think, me to make him out of stuff was like a turtle, which I made him. And then he still wants a teddy bear. So I need to work on a teddy bear for him. But soon enough. I'll probably give it to him for Christmas or something. I probably won't tell him about it. I'll just work on it. Oh, here he is. He's already here. You're late. You had to straighten out your lines. You fucked them up. Oh, they messed up your stuff, boo-boo. I'm sorry. Let me move my mic up a little bit. I just realized it's a little low. It's on my pillow a little bit. Let's see, MJ, what did you say? What's the football's name? He doesn't have a name. Babe, does your football have a name? Making another can koozie. There you go. Everyone at work sees mine and wants one. There you go, MJ. You should then. Do it. I can't remember how much I was going to charge for them when I made because I made several and was going to sell them at like a little local thing. I can't remember how much I was going to charge for them, because I would tell you, like, to help you out, but I can't remember. I think I had it written down, but I don't know where. You're going. Go on, baby. What do you need? I just gave you your treat and your food. Hold on a minute, guys. Whoops. I think we've settled our dispute now. Okay. Good morning, Teresa. Thank you. Like I said, for anybody that's just joining now, I do have the pattern linked in the description. So if anybody is interested in making one themselves, I have the designer and the YouTube channel that she has linked to the video. So yes. You don't have a name for him yet? Okay, well, we'll have to think about it. I'm really bad at naming my little things. I think I looked around and said his name was Fred the football, but he didn't like that, so I can't hardly blame him. Okay, so we're going to change colors now, but it makes me do it a different way than I usually do it. So I'm going to go ahead and take my stitch marker out and slip stitch in the next stitch with the same color. And then I'm going to make one more single crochet. And then I'm going to change colors into the next one. Gotta get my brown yarn. Here she is. Did I burn the end yet? I don't think I did. Let me burn the end of this yarn so it doesn't go everywhere. With chenille yarn, it will, let me see what I do. So it'll like come apart and it'll just doing that unless you burn it a little bit, and now it won't come undone like that. So, all right. Now, it's a good trick because it's really messy. I mean, it's still messy, but it's a lot less messy when you in the ends like that. Yeah, it really will, MJ. That's what I mean, like, when you're, like, frogging it and stuff, you see how, like, that'll come off? The same kind of thing can happen when you, like, try to pull it or frog it. Like, it can get stuck because of the way it is, and it can just shed, and then the more it sheds, like, the harder it is to work with. I hate sewing with it just because it can get stuck, and then I'm, like, screwed. I think it's happened to me on one piece before where I got so stuck I couldn't undo it. I had to like cut the piece off, but thankfully I think it was like a dinosaur and it was a small piece. Oop, I need to tie my knot back here. And everything, but it's beautiful and it's soft, but it does take a little bit of getting used to working with it. But I'll show you my stitches in a minute, Jay, because this brown is chenille. The white is Bernat, but the other one is chenille. I mix and match them sometimes when I can, because they're the same thickness, so it really doesn't matter. All right. This was like a little easier maybe to see stitches in, I will say. So what is my thing again? I'm on 8, so 7, 1, 2. Let me make a couple and then I'll see if I can show you. It totally depends on the colors too. Like different colors you can see better than others, you know, and different brands of like chenille yarn. Let's see here. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Connor. His name is Connor, the football boy. Aw, oh, awesome, Teresa. That yarn needle. Oh, you do? Good. I'm glad. Did you get like the ones with the bent tips? 2, 3, 4, 5, say 6, 7. There we go. 6, 7, and then an increase. And then I'll show you my stitches here. But this is that terracotta color that I showed in my yarn haul yesterday. Let's see. Let me back up a little bit. So you can kind of see the stitches. One way I look at them, MJ, is like sometimes it can be hard to see the V, right? But you can see like the bump on the top, if that makes sense. So like the little bump right here and the little bump right there, little bump here, bump here, bump here. That can be easier to see than like the actual V's themselves. So it all depends on what kind and what color and all that kind of stuff. Because like when it has certain shadows to it, the color, then it makes it a little easier to see. So yeah, you see the bumps. Yeah, so when you see the bumps, it'll help you to know that that's a stitch, that's a stitch, that's a stitch. And then just make sure you're going under both loops, you know, but that'll still help you like count your stitches and everything. All right, Eileen, have a good trip. Beef. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then another increase. But this pattern's pretty basic. Like it's just increases and decreases. And if you can make a circle, you can do this. And color change. That's the only thing. You got to be able to color change. And she does it different. Like I said, she does like a slip stitch and then makes a couple more single crochet and then does her color change. And she says it makes it more even. And maybe it does make it a tiny bit more even. I haven't noticed quite yet. Oh, good, Miss Rivera. I missed you. Come in. Right? It does. It's cool. I think it's cool. I did an okay job sewing the top on. The top is kind of hard to do because, you know, and the mouth and everything, the eyes. I got really lucky doing the mouth and the eyes on that one. I'm hoping this one will turn out just as good. I was going to not do the face on this one and just make a plain, but I feel like everybody probably would love me to put a face on it. So I'm going to try to put the face on it and we'll see what happens. Hopefully it turns out just as good. Oh, Connor is excited to watch his first NFL. I know, that's what I thought was my husband could have him while he's watching his football games. You know, he could squeeze it when he's getting mad at the games. But, you know, not hard because I don't want him to mess up little Connor's beautiful face. Let's see, 7 and an increase still? Yes. 2, 3. In a minute, we'll get to the good part where we just get to do singles and we can just talk away. 3, 4. But yeah, I hope everybody's still doing good with the storm and everything. Like I said, if you guys weren't in here earlier, we did good with the storm. It was just a lot of rain for us. But my aunt and uncle, unfortunately, in the mountains did lose part of their roof. So that's not good. But they're safe, and that's the most important thing. And they have insurance house, and so that's good. And they've already talked to the insurance company and all that good stuff. So hopefully they'll get the tarps put onto them, all that kind of good stuff. But my dad was like, "I'll go help them, but I cannot get up on that 3-story house." I was like, "I know," because part of their house is like really tall. So, and my dad's like almost, he doesn't need to be doing that. So anyway, and obviously I don't know, not obviously, but I don't like heights. So thankfully they have somebody to put the tarps on, so that's good. But yeah, they were really, they just kept hearing like glass breaking and stuff, and so they were really concerned. But they went upstairs and looked finally and realized that it wasn't quite as bad as they thought it was, but I think one of their cars was damaged as well. So still raining here. Heavy winds top there. Oh gosh. And now I think there's another storm from somewhere. 2, 3, 4, 5. So just everybody be safe. I think we had a couple tornadoes and stuff yesterday, but we never actually had one close to here. There were a couple, but not right here. We had one warning here, but I don't think it was an actual tornado and everything. So I'm glad everybody's, but this storm has been really bad. So if you're in the path of it, be safe. Thankful our power didn't go out because it likes to go out a lot. Yeah. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate you popping in for a little bit. I hope you have fun making your little football. Yeah, you've been seeing this stuff on the news, Miss Rivera. Yeah. I know it's been wild to see all the flooding and stuff. Like I said, here it wasn't too bad because we're more in the middle of the state, but the people in the here got affected pretty bad. It was like 10 to 15 inches of rain in the mountains. So thankfully, I don't think they've had any like mudslides yet, but that is like a concern, of course. Got to be careful. Hey, Larry. I swear I'm missing people's chats. Oh, you said where's What It Do, Larry? I don't know where What It Do, Larry is today. I emailed him this morning, so he's fine about the scarves, but I don't know. He'd be enjoying his time. He might not be working today, so he might be enjoying his time. Time off. But he does usually show up. I thought you were saying hey to him, and then I read the rest. I was like, oh. 2, 3, 4. We're almost at the good part. 5. And then we get to put the eyes on. 6. 7. 8. Tight right there. My tension's tight. I think I get my tension even tighter sometimes when I'm on live because I get nervous. But mostly because this pattern I'm not familiar with. If I was more familiar with it, I would be okay. But I've only made it once, and I usually like to make something a couple times before I like bring it on live. 2, but it's okay. 3, 4, my husband. 5. Aww, I'm so glad. Have you gotten to see it glow when you went back in the house yet? because mine will glow when I walk the house from being outside. I'm like, whoa. Wait a minute, let me recount here. What was I doing? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa. 6, 7. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's not how I was supposed to count those, Amy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. That's how I was supposed to count those. And this is 8. Mr. Arthur is good. He just had a little snacky snack, a little peanut buttery treat. And he is chilling in his bed. Oh, I just looked over because I put his bed next to me. And he's chilling in his bed, and his little ears are the only thing I can really see sticking up. Hold on, you guys. You gotta see this. Look at this. Look at this little angel. It's just ears. Just ears. Aww. Precious. Alright, we'll let him rest. Bring you back over here. Oh, me, he's precious. But he is just chilling in his little bed. I didn't realize he had gotten in there. But yeah, he sure did. He likes that bed. He didn't like it at first, but now he likes it. Now he'll get all up in it. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Angie. Thank you, Miss Yarn Room. Miss, I feel like I should call you Miss Angie. 1, 2, 3. I appreciate you for popping in. 4. I'm going to try to pop in your live after I get off of here while I'm getting ready to do some other stuff. That's my goal anyways, to do that. 6. No, I told him. I gave it to him. I gave it to him last night. I could not hold it any longer, the secret. So I gave it to his night. So he knows about it now. Yes, Miss Angie. There we go. Yes, I figured. I like that too. I like that too. I just can't bring myself to call you Granny like the youngins do. So yes, Miss Angie. There we go. Whoops! I knocked over my little baby. Ah, there you go. Yes. Well, see, I'm from North Carolina, so I'm also Southern, so I understand. 2, 3, 4. It is sweet. It is sweet, but I feel like I can't do that. You're not that old for me. I can't. I don't see you as granny age. Aw. He scratches her bed like, yes, they will. He will scratch them and make a mess. He will. He makes a little mess. That's why I didn't like show you guys the whole floor, because he will put little fuzzies. I need to vacuum yesterday because it was thundering all day and I don't like vacuuming in thunder. But anyway, it was a whole mess, and he just scratches that bed and gets little fuzzies all over the place. And he's precious. Oh. Hello everyone. So glad you guys are here. All right, let's see. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make sure my stitch is right because I was chatting. All right, this is the last one, so this one should be the increase. But if it's not right, just have a fun experience in trying to frog this, which can be a little interesting since it's chenille yarn. All right, now let's see if I can count them because it gets a little tricky. How many am I supposed to have, first of all? 40. Okay. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Okay. Excellent. Right. Yes. He can get hyper, but for the most part, he's just like that. He's just chill. But then when you like hype him up, oh yeah, he is ready to go. For like a good little bit. As long as you like keep up and keep him like entered, he'll stay up. But like if you don't keep him entertained or like you're not petting him, he's like, all right, I'm going to bed. Round 10. Oh goody, we're at the single crochet rounds. Yay! I don't have to count so much anymore. I just have to do 40 a round for 6 rounds, which is why I almost did this ahead of time, but I didn't. So I didn't know how much to do ahead of time so that I could potentially at least like finish most of it live. So I only did a tiny little bit of the bottom. I started like the white and then I stopped. And then I have done the rest on live. I'm going to stop in a second and get something to drink. Oh my goodness. I know autocorrect is the worst. It's so funny when I'm on my iPad, when I try to say MJ, it capitalizes it like I'm yelling at her, and I can't help it. Like it every time, and even when I try to correct it, like I don't know, it still like goes back and fixes that way. And so I'm always like, obviously, I'm like, okay, I'm on my iPad, I'm not yelling at you. Because it capitalizes it for some reason. I don't understand why. Every single letter. He's strange. Can't remember if I've made any other this lady let me read it again. Let me just show it. Crochantelle. This is me who did the football on YouTube. And I can't remember if it's just the way she does the color change, but I think it does make it just a little tiny bit smoother than maybe the way I had normally done them. I'll show them to you in a minute. The color, well, there's one on here already. Where is it? Well, maybe it is there if I'm having a hard time finding it. Where is it? I guess it's right here. I think it's right here. Where one little spot is. I think it's right there. So that's not bad if I'm having not a hard finding it. Now it's up here on this one. These are the two color change, which I could fix if I really wanted to. I could go back in, and there's my color change on this side. If I really wanted to, I could go back in with the brown thread and like sew over it and fix it, but I'm not worried about it on that one. You don't ever think I'm yelling. I know, but I feel like I'm yelling at you when it capitalizes your name all the time. I'm like, oh, stop it. I'm like, stop it, iPad. I hate typing on my iPad anyway. Like, I always make errors. Somebody can always tell when I'm on my iPad because I always mess up. I was doing that this morning because I was charging on and I was on my iPad and I kept messing up. I'm just not used to typing on it for whatever reason. Because, well, I mean, I haven't had it long, but I'm going to move my scissors. It looks like a little lemon until you stuff it. It looks weird, or a little cone, a little traffic cone. Get some water. Actually, not water, juice. Okay. I like to drink a little juice if I haven't eaten. I mean, I did eat, but if I haven't eaten a lot so that my sugar stays up. I'm not diabetic, but like still, I've had issues with that, so I just want to make sure. Ooh, so I got it from the Dollar Tree, Miss Angie. I got it from the Dollar Tree. They had them in a couple different, and they had just put them out the other day when I saw them actually. But I got it from the Dollar Tree, and it just opens like well, my hook's to spill. But this one's like an iridescent kind of. I don't know if you can, but it is iridescent. Like it's kind of rainbowy. And then they had like some darker color ones, and they were like not see-through. And maybe I think it was like a blackish one and like a purple one. And I was like, ooh, I need that. I was like, what am I gonna do with it? And I was like, I don't know. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna put it on my desk. And then I was like, what can I put it? And I was like, oh, my hooks. I love it. I was like, I'll use that all the time. And I'm sure you will too, Miss Angie, because I saw your bathroom this morning, by the way. I was finishing that video, and because I didn't finish it yesterday. And I love your bathroom, and your artwork is so beautiful. You're so talented. Your digital artwork, your regular art, just all of it is so beautiful. You're so talented. You guys, if you don't follow her, please do. She is so talented. The yarn room here in the chat, Miss Angie, she is so talented. She also does live streams as well. So if you guys are into that kind of thing, she'll be doing one later actually. So if you guys want something to do when I get off, you should go join her live stream. Because she is awesome. Yeah. Yes, but I love cough in it. Is it herbs? And so far, I thought it might fall open while it was sitting there with my hooks in it, but so far it really has just been fine. Like the weight, even the weight of like a hook or two laying on it hasn't like forced it open. So that's good. Because I wondered about it sitting up like that, and especially too because I moved my table a little bit as I crochet, so it's doing good. Yes, like I said, I'm gonna try to pop in there when I get off. She is in Texas, like she said, so her times are a little different. She's doing Central Time, so I have to do a little figuring to figure out exactly when it starts here. But can't remember if she said 12 or 1 or 11 or what Central Time. I can't remember right now. Let's see here. And she's got a nice group of ladies over there. She has, Miss Angie has like a real crochet like meeting and like a physical meeting that she has, which I think is so cool. I would love to have something like that around here. And there probably is like somewhere like more in town, something like that. I just need to like investigate a little bit. And if there's not, then maybe one day I need to like try to start one somewhere. That would be awesome. I just need to find like 1 or 2 more people first and then be like, okay, we should start this. And then all together, if at least it's just us 3 at first, then it'll be fine. Or us 2 or 3 at first, it'll be fine. But then maybe we'll get more people, right? We'll have to figure it out. Because I think that would be so cool. Yes, that's right. Same for me, Miss Rivera. Yes. So 1 my time. Okay, 12 your time. Okay. Like I said, I couldn't remember exactly. Yeah, so exactly when I get off, you guys, because I usually get off about 1. So, yeah. Crochet at a coffee shop and they will come to you. That's kind of what I was thinking, too. I was thinking there is one kind of downtown that maybe they'd be fine with it, you know. I would obviously ask them to, but I'm sure they'd be cool with it. And there's probably a couple put like some little posters in town too, you know. Advertise it. That would be so cool. Maybe one day when I get much more experience, I would do like a teaching a class or something, but I would rather have a lot more experience to like teach people physically, like a group of people in person, you know. I'd rather just have more experience because I feel like I would run into issues and be like, I don't know, or I would at least need like a helper. Or that's true because people do stop by like and talk to you when you're out in public and you're crocheting. I've definitely found that. Like one day I was at the doctor's office and I just kind of wanted to be left alone, but I was crocheting, and so everybody and their mom like came up to me, which was fine, you know. But that day in particular, I was just kind of like just trying to blend in, you know. But crocheting then, but everybody came up to me, you know, and people do. Like I've been sitting in the bar before and had people walk by and be like, "I love that color yarn." You know, so like it does draw people to you. Aw, yeah, exactly, MJ. Yeah, it does. It makes people really curious. They do. They get curious about it. They're like, "What are you knitting?" or "What are you crocheting?" You know, a lot of times they do say like knitting because a lot of times they don't realize it's crochet, and sometimes I correct them, and sometimes I don't. It just totally depends. But for the most part, I don't usually correct them. If I do, I try to do it in like a nice way, like, "Well, actually, you know," but um and then I'll explain to them like the difference basically has 2 things and one has 1, like the basic difference, you know. But it's funny though. People are just drawn to you when doing something like that. I drew my stitch marker a little further than I intended. I'm still peeling my sunburn a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm almost done, I think. My poor elf. I need to wear my sunscreen more on my arms and stuff. Let's see. From going to the football game, speaking of football, that's what I should have done. I should have made the football while I was at the football game. Because I did crochet at the football game, of course. You know I did. But I just worked on mushrooms, I think. Yeah, mushrooms. I think I only made one in the whole football game, though, because I didn't crochet the whole game. I didn't watch the most of the second half, so. But it was fun. People there would have loved the little football. I thought about making one with acrylic or cotton yarn too, just to see what it would be like, a little small one. Probably will before I'm done with the pattern. I thought about it today, but I figured I'd make another plushie one first. I wish my friend's son liked football, but I don't think he likes football. I think he'd rather have something else because it's so cute, but I don't think that's his thing. All right, Miss Angie, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. And like I said, I'm gonna try to pop in your live a little later on. So thank you for popping in. I appreciate you. Yes, there we go. But I think the eyes are gonna go on soon after we get these rounds of singles done. And then we will be good. But I'm not sure. I don't know that we'll get to the embroidery today, but I'm going to try to at least get most of it done today. I guess we'd always finish it Tuesday if we don't make too far. Yes, I love Angie. She's sweet. She's like me. Sometimes she can just talk, and I can just talk. Sometimes I have a hard time, but sometimes I can just talk. So I like watching her because she can just talk away. She's really good though. She doesn't even need to chat. She can just make up her own way, you know. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I have anything else to talk about right now. But she's always got something to talk about. She's great. Yes. And I think a few of you actually came over from her channel too, which is cool. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Shima, I believe you may have came over Angie's channel, didn't you, Miss Angie's channel? Thank you, MJ. Yes, thank you. Don't forget, everybody, hit the like button if you don't mind. Double tap that screen for me. Helps me out a little bit. And all that good stuff. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I'm going to work on the magic ring video and the make your second row and all those kinds of little shorts or videos soon, but I'm not sure if they're going to be like short videos or actual shorts. It just depends how long it takes me to explain it, I guess. So I need to work on that at least sometime this week if I have time. I got kind of more things going on this week, but we will see. And if the puppy dogs I'm babying will behave and be quiet, we'll see. Because I will be babysitting Miss Molly again this week. So I'm excited to see my sister again. Right, I thought you did, Shima. I thought you did find me from her channel. I was pretty sure you did. I know some of you guys were having a hard time finding me from her channel because my channel can be kind of hard to find. But I appreciate all you guys that came over here from there. So she sent people over here, and I sent some people over there. Not as many probably as she sent to me, but I think I got a couple of you guys to sub to her too, which is good. I think I found her through shorts because she does a lot of like really funny little shorts and stuff, and I think that's how I found her in the first place. It was like I saw one and then I saw more and then I kept seeing them and then I finally like went to her channel and then some lives and everything, you know. I was like, oh, I was like, that's cool. That's around 12 of 16. If I can pull this. How many stitches is that? Let me see. Let me do some mathing. So that's 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. So that's 7. 280 stitches I gotta do. You're doing the apology on this. A neon marble design. Ooh, that sounds pretty, MJ. I'm excited to see that. That sounds pretty. I remember you were talking about maybe doing like tie-dye or something yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Maybe it was Thursday. I don't know. But that sounds really cool. Neon marble. That sounds cool. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. That is very cool. I forgot what I saw this morning that was really cool. What kind of nails I saw this morning. I keep seeing, like, when I'm scrolling through the homepage, I keep seeing all the pages, like, old sets. Since I'm a member now, you know, old videos, like, popped up for me. And I keep scrolling through and seeing all the thumbnails of all the old sets. And I'm like, oh, my God, they're so pretty. This morning I saw, like, a purple and blue, like, butterfly one. And I forgot, there was another one I saw the other day that had a lot of glitter in it. And I was like, ooh. They're so pretty. You said tie-dye last night, but you meant marble. Got mixed up. Oh, okay, I gotcha. You used to do a lot of marbling? She does. They're beautiful. Like I said, I just keep scrolling through on my homepage and seeing all the thumbnails, all the videos. I'm like, ooh, pretty, pretty. And I love some glitter, and I love watching people encapsulate glitter or do like snow globe nails or just encapsulating glitter in general is fine. I like watching that too. But like snow globe nails and all those kinds of, oh my God, I just love watching that stuff. I have for years, honestly. I forget what channel it is, but there was one, maybe it's something nail education, that lady. I've been watching her for a long time. She does a lot of like the glitter stuff, and I used to watch her a lot. Sometimes I would watch them before I went to bed, them doing the nails, you know. You did a lot of marbling in the beginning. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that seems like something that would be fun to do. Doing the marbly designs and stuff. Susie's name. That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure. Yes, that is her. So I used to watch her a lot. Yes. I used to watch her a lot. And there's somebody else, but I really genuinely can't remember her, but I remember her. I would watch her a lot. Yeah, right? That is true. Everything comes back. They were talking the other day in Miss Angie's chat actually about bell bottoms coming back, and I was like, that's so true actually, because I hadn't thought about it. But I had to buy a pair of jeans not long ago, and like usually I could only find like straight leg jeans or like skinny jeans or whatever. But then when I went to go get like a pair of jeans, they ended up being like flared jeans, which I don't know if I even realized when I got them at first, because I just like had to have a pair right then. But I bought them. They're flared, which I used to wear flared all the time before like skinny jeans became like a thing, like slightly flared at the bottom, which I always thought looked better like with a pair of tennis shoes or something than like the skinny leg jeans, because then it just looked like you have this giant foot on the end of this skinny ankle. But but I usually wear boots anyway, so it's fine. But I bought like a pair of flared jeans. I was like, what? I haven't seen flared jeans in forever. Ooh, Lisa Frank Blake. I love anything Lisa Frank. I grew up with that stuff. Yes. That sounds good, Mr. Vera. I would love to see that because that sounds beautiful. Lisa Frank. I love Lisa Frank. I did have like a sticker book I found a couple years ago that was Lisa Frank, and I like used the crap out of that thing. I put it on all my friends' birds and everything. I'll give them for their birthday. I still think I have a couple of them left. And then, oh yeah, that's right. I decorated like my journal or something with it too. Lisa Frank stickers. I love Lisa Frank stickers. Well, you know, it is what it is. Lisa Frank is acceptable for a year, in my opinion. I think it's acceptable for any old time. Because we used to have it on our little folders and our little pencil pouches and our little whatever else we had back in school. We had those all year, didn't we? So, heck, technically, we bought the Lisa Frank in fall, did at school. I'm going to justify it anyway I can because Lisa Frank. Yes, and backpacks. Yes, yes, yes. About the book bags. I usually ended up getting, well, I don't know about when I was younger, but when I got older, I got those LL Bean book bags. They lasted me so good. Like, they would last me a year or two, and they would hold all my, and I barely, whoops, let me get back in the middle. And they would hold all my books and like hold up really well. The only problem with them was if you put in the washing machine, they were over. Because my parents did that to one of my book bags one time, and it was just no go. It ruined it. But they were really good. So if I went back to school, I would definitely get me an LL Bean book bag because they were the best. It's still around anymore. Heck, I don't even know. No, don't feel awkward. Definitely do it. Like I said, Lisa Frank's acceptable for all times of year. I know. I do too. I've been getting stickers lately just to put on my the back of my, like I said, like I ordered all those crochet stickers that some of the ones I gave you, like on my iPad and stuff because I want to eventually cover the back of my clear. It's like a clear case, and I eventually want to cover it if I can. I know eventually one day it'll look like crap, but for now it's cool. So I want to cover it. It's how covered is it? Let me see. It's not very covered. Well, kind of, but kind of not. So I've still got a lot of space. Oh, there's a Lisa Frank sticker. I figured there was some Lisa Frank stickers on here. There's one up here, the little angel kitty, and the little unicorn. There's some of my Lisa Frank stickers. And I had to put some Halloween ones on here because I love Halloween all the time. Oh, there's more Lisa Frank stickers down here. The chihuahua and the frog. Yeah, so I had to. So see, I love me some Lisa Frank. Ugh, put that back over there. Problem is, to my cousins, and I know it all went in the trash. I had years of collecting. Oh no. Oh, good. I'm glad you're excited. Yeah, you should be. That sounds so cute. So is it like one of those little mixing plate things that you put your polish on and then you paint? Is it like one of those little palette things? Is that what it is? I may be way off, but I'm thinking that's what you're talking about. If so, that's really cool. Oops, my yarn wants to get a little twangled. All right, good. We only have 3 more rounds of these, and then we're going to do the rest. We're like halfway done, a little over halfway done, basically. Except for the embroidery. Like I said, I don't know if we'll get to all that because some of that is hard to do when it's the table. A lot of times I like to pick it up and bring it towards me to look at it. So we'll see. But I will say, adding the whites on the eyes really adds a big like touch to it. Like if it didn't the whites on the eyes, it wouldn't be nearly as cute as it is. So that's a big tip. If you use these like big plastic safety eyes, you can just take a piece of white thread and run it on the sides. And it kind of makes them look a little bigger, first of all. And then it just kind of makes them look cuter. So that's a good tip for making them look a little extra cute when you just have like plain black safety eyes to go on them, you know. The white of the eyes adds a lot. Yes, very much so, Miss Rivera. I almost said Miss MJ. I combined your names for a minute. Short polish because your images don't pick up all the way. You'll have to ask Miss Rivera because she knows. She is good at the stamping. I've seen her do it. Yeah, maybe try a different polish. I think I'm going to try my Hollow Taco polish for stamping. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I need to get some more Hollow Taco polish because I enjoyed the ones that I had. I had the linear Hollow Taco because I love glitter. My husband gave that one for Christmas, I think, or my birthday or something. And then he also got me another occasion the Got Cake one that was like a limited edition, but I think she brought it back. I think that's why I got it because it was like limited edition. And I liked that one okay, but it had like a weird like green cast to it. It would shine either like purple, but then in like certain lights it would look kind of greenish. And I didn't see many people complain about it, but just a few people did mention it. And I think I even commented about it on her YouTube, and she was like, "Yeah, it does have like some green pigments to it." Because I was like, "Crazy, or does it look green?" And some people were like, "Yeah, no, it does have like a green shift to it." And I was like, "Oh, okay." But I loved my Hollow Taco. They were good. And like I was trying to tell somebody one time that did nails because they didn't want to get them like Taco because they were regular polishes and not gels. And I was like, yeah, but they take long to dry. Like the ones I had didn't take long to dry because they were worried about it for like content reasons, you know? And I was like, yeah, well, they don't take very long, honestly. And if nothing else, you could try out like the top coats because they're really nice. And that'd be like the finishing top coat, and you wouldn't need to have it be completely dry for like the final shot, whatever, you know. But I don't know. I could never convince them, but they are really nice. The love lacquer. Yeah, they do dry quickly, right? That's what I thought. You should try it, Mr. Rivera. You should definitely try at least one of like the top coats or something. They're really cool. Like the low top coats or the multi-chromes or the, I don't know, she's got so many of them, but they're really cool. And like MJ and I were saying, they do dry pretty quickly too, so it's not too bad as far as like dry time and stuff when you're trying to get like nails done or trying to film something. They're not too bad compared to like a regular polish. They dry relatively quickly, I would say. I ran out of my linear hollow. I used it so much. And then I have like a cheaper flaky taco, so I don't end up buying the hollow taco version of it yet, just because I have like the cheap version. But I would love to some more at some point because it was nice. And I've never tried any of her like crims or anything, but her top coats are really nice. It's a little pricey, but for the quality and the color she has, it's worth it. Yeah, I would agree. I think so too. I think the quality of it is nice. Like it lasted on my nails a little longer than like regular, you know, standard nail polish would too. So laundry day. Oh gosh. I hate, you know, yesterday I was like, I need to do this, I need to do that, but the storm was here and I was like scared to do laundry because I was scared the power was gonna go out halfway through. And so I didn't. And then I went and looked at my laundry and I was like, oh, well, really, I don't have as much to wash. So I really just need to put away some laundry. So I was like, okay, let me do that. But I still never got to vacuum because I was scared because it was thundering and I don't like to vacuum in the thunder. That's probably a little insane, but I just don't. And so I didn't, but I need to do that when I get off. And then I'm going to get ready to go to town and go grocery shopping. But that'll be in a little while. You should, MJ. Yes. I think everyone would love to see. Whoa, I feel like my light got weird. That's weird. Did it go dull? I don't know. Did it get darker to you guys? I feel like it got darker. I don't know if the sun went behind a cloud. I don't know if my light went darker. Let me see. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe the sun went away. I think it's the sunshine. Because I do have the curtain open. All right. There we go. I should have warned you before I flashed that light, but I didn't think about it. good, MJ. That's awesome. Maybe that'll get you out of your video funk. Get you going again. I feel like I was in that even though I had never had one before. I had never made one before. Aw, Arthur's still in his little bed. He just rolled over a little bit. Yes, Arthur, we're almost there with the football. We just have to do 2 more rows for the eyes, and then, or 2 more rows, and then switch to white, and then we need to add our eyeballs. Have them sit here. These are 20, I have written on here either 29 or 30 millimeter eyes because that's what I measured them to be. But I don't know what the website would technically say they are. I ordered them on Amazon and they came in a big kit and they don't like label them. So you just kind of have to measure them, figure it out. Yeah, I have 29 to be written on here. So that means they're either 29 or 30 millimeter eyes. Whoops. Because you can get safety eyes on Amazon if you guys didn't know. Let's see. All right, let's turn 15. Yeah, maybe I should have done this, but that's okay. We're on time. We still have time to finish it. I would just like to get the body of it done, really. The embroidery can wait. I'm still debating whether or not to actually put eyes on it, but I think I will. So then I'll have one made just in case. Because he's right. Then I can use them as decoration for the Super Bowl. Mac has his little friends over. 2. Put them on each side of the table or something. That's what I do with a lot of things. I like make doubles so I can like put one on each side of the table. Ooh, you got your Betsy Halloween mystery box. Hello, Sanaya. You got your Betsy Halloween mystery box and mystery bag. Oh my gosh. That's exciting. I love Betsy. I love Halloween. I was looking at their stuff today on Instagram. They were showing like a hollow and like black cat. No, it was cute. I love looking at their stuff. It's pretty. And I love their little molds. I think they're so freaking cool. I had never seen that before, so I just thought they were just really, really cool. The little molds that you can make your own little nail charms. I was like, what? I hadn't even considered such things before. Blind unboxing too, because you haven't peeked at it yet. Ooh. So you don't even know what's in there. It will be exciting. I'm excited to see what's in it too. Because like I said, I love me some Halloween, as we can tell. I may or may not work on a bat later. I need to see. There's a pattern, but I need to buy it. And then there's a lady that maybe wants it, but I need to find out like how much is the pattern. I need to find out if she really wants it. And then I need to find out if she's willing to pay what it's actually worth. And then have to find out if she has PayPal. And then I have to, I don't know, I just have to find out a lot of things. So I have to see. And then I don't know when she needs it by. I'm hoping she doesn't need it until Halloween, but we'll have to see. And then I'm hoping the pattern's not too complicated because I'm kind of worried that like if I buy the pattern and then like I can't understand it and like I'm just kind of screwed. So it doesn't look that hard, but at the same time, I don't know. I've tried to make a bat one time before and it did not. The wings just didn't turn out the way I wanted them to turn out, and they would stand up by themselves. But she wants, I think the other problem, she wants the bat to have like snaps on the wings where they can snap closed. I have magnet closures, but I don't have like freaking snap closures, and I really don't even know how I would attach them so that you couldn't see them unless I had to buy black ones. And then that's another thing I'd have to buy, and I'd probably have to buy them in bulk, and then I'd probably have to buy like you know, at least $10 or $12 worth of snaps for only one snap I need. And then, I don't know, I don't even know how to attach it. It's just a thing, so I really don't know if I'm going to do all that. Oh, it's really cool, Miss Rivera. You should check out their site. It's really, they have some really pretty things on there. I'm assuming they have like a standard like website that you could probably Google or whatever. Because I just see them on Instagram most of the time. I think I've been to their site like once, but yeah. I wonder if you could put metal inside. You can sometimes, Miss Rivera, like you can use like pipe cleaners and things sometimes. I wonder if that would work. We'd have to find out how old the child is that's getting it though, because I would hate for them to like pull it out or like stab themselves with a sharp end of it or something. I'd have to figure out. Well, I could probably make it not sharp, but I don't know. It's just a lot. But yeah, pipe cleaners are definitely a thing, because there's a what is it called? A stingray that I made one time, and I had to decide whether or not I wanted the tail to curl or not. And if I wanted the tail to curl, then I had to use a pipe cleaner to stick it in there and roll the tail around. I think that was a rose and lily crochet pattern for a stingray that I made a while back. I have to make that again next summer. Yeah, there's got to be something. But I just feel like doing it with the snaps and everything might be my biggest downfall, because then, like I said, I'd have to order all those snaps, and then, sure, I can't just order one. Like, what are the odds I'm going to be able to find one, like, black snap on, like, Amazon? And then, we'll just have to see. It was really sweet of my friend to send the lady to me, though. I appreciate it, so I hate not to do it, but we'll just have to see. I don't want to promise something and I can't do my best at it. So I don't want to make anything half, you know. I don't want to say the word, but you know what I'm saying. Half butted, as I'll say. Half butted. All right, good. I'm on the last row, so thank goodness gracious almighty. See, I kind of wanted to get this done before stream, but then I would have made this much of the football before we even got started. And also, it looks a little funny right now, but that's because it doesn't have stuffing in it, so it looks weird shaped. But it'll be fun once you put the stuffing in it. It looks kind of like a squished lemon at this point, but it'll be all right, trust me. You just have to stuff it right, and it's all good. I had a hard time getting stuffing down into the point of it, though, for some reason. But I finally got it in there. I, like, stuffed it with my hook and stuff. All right, what's after this? 8 and a decrease, 7 and a decrease, and then change back to white, and then put the eyeballs in. I could put one in now, but I'm going to wait. Put them both in a minute. And we're going to take a water break after this round. Beef. It is a really cute little pattern. All right, come on, little guy. Like I said, I can't remember if I've made any of her stuff before. I know I've been following her for a little bit, but I just can't recall if I did or not. I don't think so, though. If I have, it's maybe only been one thing. But like I said, this pattern was nice, and she explained it well, and she put the pattern on the screen as well, which I really appreciate. As somebody who doesn't always watch the whole video and just kind of skips through to get the pattern times, especially like the second time I watch it, I'm just trying to get the pattern. So I appreciate that they put the pattern up on the screen during the video so that you can see it instead of just waiting for them to say what the pattern is. Hopefully, if I ever do a video like that, I can put it up on the screen. At very least, I would probably show you guys the full pattern when I start so that you can follow. All right, finally. Phew, this took forever. All right, is that the last one? Yeah, I just put that through the wrong stitch for some reason, didn't I? There we go. Okay. That is 16. Get something to drink. realized it's getting hot in here. I bet my husband turned up the air. It did. Darn it. I didn't turn it back down. Oh boy. It's going to be toasty in here for a minute. All right, let's see. If it's right, I'll go turn it down. All right, 16. So now we're on 17, which will be 8 and a decrease. Okay. Yes, I do too, MJ. I do too. I think it's very helpful. I think they did a great job. That's the kind of style that I prefer. When they do that kind of, I like that. That's kind of what I mean. Yeah. I try to write them when I write the cow pattern down. I try to write them in different colors so that I, to change colors or whatever, or make like a note on the side, like change color, But hey Boo Boo, hey Pets World, hello Hug. We're halfway through little Connor now. Connor Jr. over here. Taking a little sippy drink. Sippy drink break. Because if I made this and did it to him, I feel like he would have seen it in the thumbnail or something and figured it out. So I just had to give it to him. Yeah. It's okay, Pets World. I appreciate you for putting in, though. I never left, but I had to mute the video so she could still get to watch time with me. Oh. That's my hubby being supportive. Yeah. I'm thankful. But yet, it's so funny. And he'll be like, he was like, I liked your video. And then I got all these crochet videos on my home page, because he doesn't always hit the like button. Like he's particular about who he likes because it messes with his algorithm. And so he was like, I hit the like button and it messed with my page. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, well, just don't click on any of them and it'll stop showing them to you. 2, 3. Oh, it's destroying my feed. Oh my goodness. 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to do decrease here in a second. 5, 6, 7, 8. There's more than one channel, though. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my goodness, Pets World, it did. Jesus, thank you. Thank you, Pets World. It's beautiful, though. You didn't have to make it so big. So detailed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Increase. Yeah, Pets World is making these little like pixel drawings for her wall. And I was like, I want to be on her. I was like, can you make a flower, since I grow flowers and like flowers? And she did, but she made like a big giant, like one of those like kind of Hawaiian looking tropical flowers. I was like, oh my gosh, you didn't have to do all that. 3, 4. Did I do a decrease? I think so. 5. Let me see here. Did I do a decrease or an increase? Probably did the wrong thing. Let me see if I can frog this. Let's see. So I'm gonna try to frog it and see how tough it is. Maybe you can tell there's like a little, I'm pulling. There's a little resistance when I'm trying to frog it, MJ. So maybe you can kind of see like what I'm saying, like it can be difficult to do, and then it can kind of leave like little dents in your yarn the more you do it, and then a bit it can kind of fall apart a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I did an increase instead of decrease. I thought I did. So that's 8. Now we need to do our decrease. So it's just, you just have to be a little more patient with it and a little more careful with it, but you can use it totally. You know, you just have just know that it's going to be a little bit of a challenge and that it might be a little frustrating. I'm trying to get into my stitch. Sometimes I have a hard time getting into just one loops to do my decrease. So I'm going to cheat a little bit and turn my hook around. I call it cheating. I don't really think it is. I think it's fine to get any way you can, but normally you would go this way. All right, there we got it. It's just tight. You hear it being squeaky. All right, these. Okay. One. Oops, I knocked in the corner. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And one more decrease here. Get back into there. Come on. Come on. There we go. We did it. Alright. And again. Then we gotta stuff it here soon to start stuffing it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now another crease. Did I feed Ned? I sure did. I sure did. I fed him, and I think Gary is still within his little pineapple hide. I can't tell for sure without moving it, but I'm pretty sure he's still in there. I feel that I don't have my tension right yet. I tend to crochet things tight. I try to loosen it, but it doesn't always work. The other part is fine. I feel like, yeah, my tension is tight, but honestly, I think if you had to choose between your tension being a little tight and a little loose, MJ, you'd rather it be a little bit tight. You don't want it to be so tight that like you have a really hard time going back into those stitches. But being a little tight is fine because you'd rather it be a little tight to not have like big holes in your piece. And then otherwise, when you go to stuff it or whatever, you may see gaps and holes if it was loose instead of tight. So it's not a terrible thing that you have, you know, a little bit of tight tension as long as it's not super, super tight. Connor Jr., yeah, I'm working on Connor Jr., boo. He is. He's gonna be a baby. Hello, Cloudy Bobo. I'm sorry I didn't see you there at first. I'm sorry, Cloudy. I'm not currently adding any more moderators at the moment. I'm good with my little squad. I try to keep it as some of the people that I can talk to off of YouTube as well, just so we can like take care of things. And so I talk to some of these ladies outside of YouTube as well. And then obviously my husband. 3, 4. Yeah. 5. Yes, Miss Eileen, welcome back. 6, 7, and then 8 and a decrease. Awesome. All right, do I need to change colors yet? No, not yet. Next round is when I change colors. Okay. Because usually you change colors in the last of the round, but of the round before, but I'm not do that yet. And like I said, this method is a little different. So I'm going to try to line them up the best I can because I try to keep my colors as clean as I can. Where is it? I want to keep them together if possible. I was having a hard time finding it, so I must have did a good job. So that is it. Okay, so it's right here. So I'll try to keep it over there so that way I can have this as the front. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that, Cloudy. I do hope that you'll feel a bit better soon. I know you've been sick for a while, I think. if I'm remembering correctly. 7 and decrease. Okay. For about a month. Oh, that's the worst. I'm sorry. I'm sure you're so tired and drained. Being sick that is rough. It's really rough. 2, 3, 4. 6. Yes, we wish you all the best. And that you feel better. His name is gonna be Cliff. Okay. Why Cliff? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why Cliff? It's an interesting choice. Aw. Yes, definitely keep hydrated. And you want to keep up with your surfing. Oh, no. It's okay. I hope you'll be able to get back to it soon. I know surfing is cool, right? I've never done it, but I've gone keyboarding. Does that count? No, not really. But I like the ocean. It's a scary place, but I still like it. Like I said, I got stung by something on our honeymoon, so that was a little scary. And I have almost drowned once, so that was also not very fun. But I still out there. I can swim and everything. It's just a wave overtook me one time, and I went under, and I was terrified. Like the waves just kept taking under and taking me under, and I was like rolling around and rolling around. And my dad says that he could see me like the whole time under the water, but I didn't know that. I was underwater, rolling and rolling and rolling, and I couldn't breathe. I hold my breath, so I couldn't hold it any longer, and I went and I like gasped, and all the salt water and sand or whatever it was went all in my mouth and down my throat, and it scratched my throat so bad. And that was like the worst part of it. After I got up and was like, was okay after the wave chilled out and I could finally like stand up and get up. The worst part was my throat hurt so bad. It's awful. Like I went back to the hotel room and just like kept like I don't even drink soft drinks like that, but I just kept drinking sodas because like that was the only thing that like kind of soothed my throat. Hi, Butter Dog, welcome. It was the worst, but that happened when I was like 16 or something, and so now I'm like, well, a little more careful. I was with my dad and everything, but things still happen. And I always try to bring a boogie board with me so that at least if something happens to me, I'm like attached to it and it'll be like float nearby wherever I am. So yeah, the ocean may have a vendetta against me. I'm not really sure. Or we will have Cliff the football boy. Correct. Want to be in Cliff, just Cliff. Okay, that's what you want. That is what you will have then. Trying to figure this out. I got lost count because you said that. Let me try to see if I can go back. Okay, so a little resistant here. Trying to see if I go back and determine where my decrease stitch was. Is that it? This might be it. Oh Lord, don't get stuck on me. No. Not happening. I'm sorry. Don't mean to. There we go. Okay. I was like, we are not about to have this thing get stuck in the middle of me making a football on live stream. Okay, so is that my decrease? Was that my decrease? Really that? Okay, let's just count from here because I can't figure it out there. 18, 7, decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So this is my decrease. Okay. I actually did go on a bike ride and a poor little mouse was on the road and it was scratched by a cat. Aww. That's sweet. Cliff. Yep, that's right. Just Cliff. Got a wannabe and just Cliff. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 second. Okay. Now we get our little decrease going again. There we go. Whoops. Missed it. There we go. Somebody was saying the other day that this would be like the football to them would be like a rugby ball because they played rugby or liked rugby. What's the difference in a rugby ball? How much different does it look? I can't remember. Does it still have like legs on the top of it like this or no? 1, 2, 3. I'm assuming it's at least the same shape as a football. Does anybody know? 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Miss Rivera, I don't know exactly. I think I know I have the yarn for the teddy bear. I might work on the little brown, chocolate brown teddy bear that I want to do. I might work on that next. My husband really wants a little teddy bear. And so I might do that next, or I might try to think of something else. I might have to look around and see what else I could do. But then on my own, I need to work on my Christmas stuff just to make sure that I can get it done before Christmas, because they always say if you're like a crocheter and you start on Halloween for Christmas, you're already behind. So I feel like I need to get on it. So let's see, add last stitch to white. Okay, so we're going to do the color change again. So I'm going to slip stitch in the next stitch. And then let's see, where is my color change here? I'm just going to do one because I don't want them too far away. So I'm going to do 1 single crochet in between to make it a little cleaner. And then I'm going to grab my white yarn. If I can find the end of it, would be nice. Here it is. I want it to be a bit. I love it. So I was crying. Aww. I would kind of be that way too. I would be really sad too. I hate seeing things like that. Alright, so let's see. Let's put this here. And now we're going to change color. Oop, I'm going to go in the back loop. So change color. I go in the back loop only. Grab the new color. Pull it through the back loop. And then pull it through the loop on my hook like I'm doing a slip stitch. And then tie the new color and the old color into a little knot. I gotta set the brown. Burn the end. Hold on, so that it doesn't shed everywhere. Okay. And then I just tie it into a knot and then crochet like normal. You'll have the one loop on your hook and then you'll start your new color. So it's not too hard to change colors. It seems intimidating, but it's really not bad. But there are tons of different ways to do it. Okay, so this will be 1. So we'll pop it in here. And this is 19. So we're on 19 of 25 rows. So we're getting there. We're almost done. And then we're going to put the eyes on here after this round. There is a good rear path. Right? I would love to have been a vet, but vets have to be so smart. They have to only know human thing about human anatomy and about animal anatomy when they go to school, or at least from what I've heard. They have to like learn a little bit of everything, which is wild. 19, so that would be 3, 4, 5, and 6, and it gets easier as I go on, so that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then decrease because the number will just go down. It'll go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then that just makes it a little easier to count when it's not 8 a decrease or something. It's like 3 and a decrease. Yeah. Right. Can do it. All right, let's see. What was it, loud? Whatever that is. You guys might have even heard that. 1, 2. I think it was a motorcycle. 3. Motorcycle or bike. 4. 5. 6. Oh, you have a wedding, your aunt's wedding to go to. I hope you feel better by then too. I certainly hope you feel better before then anyway, but especially for that, we have a wedding to go to next weekend. My husband, his cousin, our little friend, is getting married. We like to hang out with her and her husband sometimes, or soon to be husband sometimes. And they are getting married on the 5th. 1, 2, 3. Bless them. Apparently, they had a little damage to their backyard, which isn't good because they're having part of the wedding out there. So, hopefully, they can figure all that out. I'm a little worried. The ground's just going to be a mess. I was like, I don't know if I should. I think I'm going to wear my heels, but I think I'm going to bring like some flip flops or something just in case, you know? I'm going to pull that back. I'm not really sure. Make sure this. Yeah, it was a decrease. Okay, it didn't look like a decrease. It looked like a regular stitch to me, but it was correct. So I'd rather be sorry. So. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I can just see my heels sinking into the ground at the wedding. Because I know it happens to me, like when I go to funerals and stuff. Unfortunately, like you walk to the grave site, you know, and your heels are like sinking into the grass, and then they're all muddy, and so I think flats might have to be the way to go, at least for that part of the wedding, because yeah, gotta figure out exactly which dress I'm gonna wear. I mean, I have 2. It's not like I have a million, but I gotta figure out which one. Well, it could be 3, but I think I'm just gonna wear a black one, so one of 2. Might depend on the weather and what it's like at the time. 4. Awesome, 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 awesome. Aww. MJ, I've only been to one before my own, so I thought my wedding was going to be the first wedding I ever went to, but it wasn't. Everybody in my family is so much older than me and everything that I just didn't have that kind of thing growing up. And so, like family weddings and stuff growing up and everything. And so I hadn't been to one either except one wedding, and we didn't even get to stay the whole time because we had to leave early because my husband had to work the next day. But we went to one wedding, and that was it. And then we done, you know, and I was like, I don't even know freaking how weddings work hardly when I was trying to plan mine. Thankfully, I had help, but like I didn't even hardly know how to do anything or what you were supposed to do. Yeah, you might be right, Miss Rivera. There probably is something. That would be a good idea because it definitely happens. Let's see, that was 19, and now this is white, right? Good, that's wonderful. Now I can put the eyes on. Okay. See if we can place them correctly. Get 2 of them out. Luckily, I have all of these big eyes because I don't use them very often. They tend to look kind of creepy unless you put the lights around them. So, like, I have them on a big teddy bear, and to be honest, he's kind of creepy. So, all right, let's see. Where are my color changes? They're back here, so we'll leave them back here, and we'll put the eyes somewhere over here. Okay. Between rounds 9 and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this will be 9, 10. So here-ish. And then this one says 16 to 17, but I think I moved mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it wants me to put it around here. But didn't I move mine over one? I moved one of these eyes over a little bit, and I don't know which one it was. That one? Is that right? Trying to see. It just doesn't look the same without the whites behind it like that, like the one in the back. All right. I think that's good. Gotta make sure though. Yeah, I think that looks good. Let's snap them on. And then give him a goofy mouth. Why do you want to give him a goofy mouth? What kind of mouth do you want on your little football? The person that made the pattern gave him a little V mouth. So it'll shake a V, the smile. But I got really lucky and this little loop worked out. Sometimes it's really freaking hard to make a smile like that work, and that's why I'm nervous about doing it again. But it can be really hard to embroider. I'm like, I think that's good. They look a little close, but I think they're fine. I think they'll be fine. All right. Eyeballs attached. To a few, like 7, 8. Actually 10. Pink cheeks would be cute. Pink cheeks would be cute, Miss Rivera. I should try that. I've tried some things with the little pink cheeks, and for some reason I have a hard time making them look right. Like, I think it's just because I'm not like super talented with embroidery yet. Like, I'm not there. Maybe I could like put little blushies right here though. I have to look into it and see if I can. I have blushed like a little toy that I made. I put like actual like color on him to turn his little cheeks pink, and he is very cute. But for this, I would have to like sew it on. Use my imagination. A V mouth or anything else. Yeah, I have to think about it. See what kind of mouthy mouth I can put on this bad boy. Let's see. What are we doing? Round 20. And then we'll change back to brown after this round. And then we'll be done changing colors. Thank goodness. That was like the most nerve-wracking part, I think. So that's good. 1. So we're doing 5 decrease this time. So like I said, it's a very easy pattern. It's not too complicated and nothing. 1, 2. You can make a wooble. You can make this, and change colors. But like I said, changing colors isn't too bad. Once you learn how to do it, it's really not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still want to make a bumblebee. I still haven't made one yet. But eventually, maybe I will, because I may have some of that yarn left over, and that would probably be a good one to make a bee with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a decrease. Oh my gosh, you guys, I made a big flop. So I ordered the yarn for the yarn haul and everything, the scarves, and it turned out that I actually needed like 3 more skeins of yarn, maybe even 4. But I reordered the 3 this morning, so the scarf isn't long enough with just a skein of yarn. I thought it was going to be because they were for children, but no, it's still not long enough. So I order another one, and they're like $12.99 a piece. And so I was like, there's no way I can still charge what I was going to charge. So I had to email my customer and say, hey, by the way, it's going to be like $30 more because I kind of messed up and I have to order more yarn, and I'm already spent $100 in yarn for this project. And so thankfully they were okay with it and everything. But oh my God, I was like, oh no, I hated that. So if I mess up again, it's on me, and I'm going to have to pay for the rest. But, and I'll just probably make much money, but hopefully I'll have enough. There's only one more scarf in the possible that could maybe need a little bit more, but if I work it right, hopefully it won't need another skein. So we'll see. A bee kit. Yes, I thought you did. So ordered a bee kit off Amazon. There you go. You remember the little kit you showed in your like community post, I think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. And decrease. I hope this is right here. I'll start this row over. I think it's right. Should be. If I can get in there for my decrease. There we go. I was going to say white is easy to work with, but I don't know. Because I was thinking I could see my stitches better than I really can with white. Like you can, but you can't. 1, 2, 3, as far as like kit yarn is concerned, not like regular. 4, 5, oops, and the decrease. Oh yeah. One. If I download the Wooble Bee pattern, is it possible to send it somehow? I don't know, MJ. Other than like taking like a screenshot, I don't know. Yeah, I bet, Miss Rivera. I wonder how some of them are. Because the one I had initially tried on Amazon was like, I don't even know what brand it is. I should really get out and look at it because it's that one brand that I really don't like. But some of them are probably pretty decent. And if you already have a little knowledge, then you're probably fine, you know. But some of them for beginners, I'm like, oh, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and decrease. Okay, perfect. But the one I got on Amazon initially, I was so frustrated by because the pattern turned out to be different than the video instructions pattern. And so I was like, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And so I got really frustrated and ended up never finishing it. And it's still over in a box, actually, in my little corner. But maybe one day I'll try to finish it again or restart it or something. But I just had a really hard time with it. It was a little sea turtle, and I just, for some reason, the pattern was different, and I had already made a turtle, and I still couldn't figure it out. It was weird. Okay, come on. Come on. Do we go? Yeah. Couldn't get through the one stitch. I wanted to go through 2. Oh, my eye. It's watering a little. All right, 3. There we go. Perfect. Now, I feel like I should probably put some stuffing in here, guys. I'm going to forget to stuff it. I should have done that a minute ago when I put these eyeballs on. Let's see. Yeah, so it depends. Because like I said, Wooble kits are expensive, but for like a true beginner, I feel that they're worth it because they really do teach you like a good skill and they teach you how to read the patterns and everything, you know. But I'm sure there probably are some decent like comparable kits at this point now that have been made that are like similar to the Woobles or maybe kind of copied them a little bit, you know. Because I've seen some, I might have hit my mic, some that are similar now. Because the Woobles have been around for a little while now, so more people have gotten the same kind of idea, you know. Ugh, let's see. Well, he's not done yet. I still got to finish this other little tip, but he's getting there. And then after I get ready to go to town and go shopping, while I wait for my husband to get home, I'm going to vacuum, and then I'll work on the scarves some more. I've got the yarn ordered, the new yarn that I had to order of, and then I'll have to work a different scarf until that arrives because I finished that other skein already. I was like halfway done with it yesterday, and I finished like half the skein of yarn yesterday. I did a good job working on it. But I had nothing else to do, storms and everything. Pretty sure you saw something. You might have. You might have. Let's see. Oops. And I can't remember. I think they do. I remember one time there was like a warning about some kind of fake Wooble kits, but I don't know if that was still a thing or not. But because it was some Amazon, like be careful about where you get them when you get them on Amazon, because you can get Wooble's kits on Amazon. You just have to like make sure it's a true Wooble kit. Ugh. So much stuffing. See, I told you it makes it look a little better once you get the shape really. It looks weird until you get the stuffing in there. All right, let's see. Because I follow like this little Wooble Facebook group, and they've talked about like fake ones one time, I think. They're really helpful little. You can always like if I was confused on my project or something, I would be like, I forgot where I'm at, like what round am I on? And they would like count the things for me, like, oh, looks like you're on like this round, you know. They're really, really helpful little group. All right, I think that's enough stuffing for right this minute. I don't want it in my way while I'm crocheting. stuff some more later. All right, what are we on? I need my little counter. Oh, back to brown. Okay, so let me slip stitch into one. It doesn't seem like enough, but I guess it is. Slip stitch here. Pull that tight. Okay, slip stitch, and then let's do one single. Whoops, I'll slip out first. Let's do one single. Okay, and then we're going to change colors again. We're going to go into the back loop. We're going to grab our new color, and then pull it through the old color, pull it through the loop hook, cut the white, get it out of our way, and tie a little knot here so it doesn't come undone. Then we got to burn the end too so it doesn't travel everywhere. Come here, little buddy. Okay. Whoops, sorry, hit my phone. All right. Okay, now we need to do, so we're on 21 with 4 and a decrease. Okay. Oops, 4. A stitch marker back before I forget. That would not be good. So is this going to be up here? Yeah, that'll be fine. Kind of wish my color changed a little further over, but it'll be okay. 1, 2. It's pretty flat anyway. 3. Oh, well, I could make that the bottom actually. I didn't think about it. It could go this way. 4. And a decrease, yes. Anybody got any things planned for the end? So I think we're going to be maybe working car. I think that's our, no, wait, we have lunch one day. We have to go out to lunch one day. Family. All right, the Woobles are great. I love them too. Definitely taught me how to read patterns and how to, I guess, I don't remember if they taught me the magic ring or not, but I don't think so. But still, it taught me how to like crochet in a circle and all that good stuff. 2, 3, 4. And a decrease. The only bad thing about stuffing it to the point like really high is sometimes you accidentally grab your stuffing with your hook and then it pulls through the stitches and that doesn't look very nice. So you have to be careful with that when you stuff it like this. But you gotta stuff it at a point, so or it's just gonna be an empty football, a flat football. Who that? Not I. Football, no air in it, no thank you. Ah, sorry you guys. Didn't whack you in the face there. 1, 2. It's easy to do with the tripod in my hand, like it is. 3, 4. I have to turn that air down in a minute. 5. And, oh, not 5. Whoops. Whoops, not 5. 4. And then a decrease, you guys. Got carried away thinking about how toasty it is in here. All right. And decrease. That's good. So because a bat kit. Yes, that's right. You do have the bat, don't you? And the accessories, you have the little pumpkin, don't you? And see, now you can do those because you know the magic ring. So you should be able to do the little accessory kits now too. Because I think that's mostly what you needed to know in order to do most of those. Because they don't start them for you. It's the only thing about the accessories. They'll literally tell you if you open up an accessory kit and it's not like a beginner thing. And it's like, if you're not a beginner, then go back and open up a regular kit. Because this one is a little more beyond your level right now, basically. But that's kind of what it'll say if you skip ahead too much. All right, come on. Like, I still need to do my intermediate kit, but I found out the other day when I was making something, I had to do a picot, and I had never done that before. And apparently, it's literally just chaining 3, slip stitching into the first chain. And I was like, oh, So I think I need to do my intermediate wooble kit soon because it has that stitch in it and I was nervous about it. But now that I know it's just a really easy stitch, I just need to do it. So maybe I'll work on intermediate wooble kit soon because that'll be my first intermediate one. All right, so that's done. Now we're on 22, which is 3 and a decrease. So we're getting there. About 4 more rounds left, 3 or 4 more rounds left. Then we're all done. We'll see how much embroidering we do on it today. If I can't get it right the first time, then we'll do it off camera. 1, 2, 3. Oops, 3. Come on. 3. There we go. Did not want to be 3 today. I wanted to be 2. Yeah, so I think what I'll do is I'll try to do the eye embroidery and maybe the mouth embroidery and leave the laces for off camera because those are a little weird. I have to space them out properly. But you can't really tell that they're not on there unless you look at it from the top. You get better at your slip stitches. Well, changing colors will definitely help you get slip stitches, that's for sure. And if you have the lion kit, that would help get better at slip stitches. I think there's a lot of slip stitches in that lion kit, if I'm remembering correctly. Because making the mane for it, it can be a little frustrating. The orange like mane on it. I remember I got a little like, okay, when is it going to be over? Because I've made that kit a couple of times and I was like, all right. I'm pretty sure that one has a lot of slip stitches in there. Yeah. The lace looks more tedious. Yes, yes. The little skeleton lace thing that I made, the little doily, it had some stitches in there that I just didn't even know were a thing. Like it had like it's like a double crochet decrease or something and something else. And so I had to like kind of look those up as I went along to work on it. So I really want to try it again. I need to remember to write down. Is Alexa plugged in? No, darn it. I'll have to unplug her, plug her back in. Because I need to add to my list to get some more of that crochet thread today so I can redo the skeleton doily. Because the skeleton looked fun. You could tell it was a skeleton and everything, but like me looking at it, I could tell that I wasn't like confident in what I was doing. Like some of the stitches were loose and stuff. So I would love to try to redo it. And then I messed up a little bit on the border. Like I messed up counting. So I was 1 off. And apparently if you're 1 off, that's like, whoops. Sorry about that, guys. Apparently if like 1 off, it's really bad. And it really throws you off. So I just need to start over, I think. Or at least start over from the border point. I don't know. But it was fun. It took me like 2 days to make the skeleton, like 2 days of working on it. Not 2 full days, but like 2 different like sitting down occasions to work over the course of 2 days to make the actual skeleton part. All right, more stuffing. Hello. Hello, hello, Moonrose. Almost missed you there. What's it really take us there in France? Ooh. That you have the tiny cherries. You want me to... MJ, I don't remember if that was you. So when I was packing your extra stuff in your bag, I was like, somebody told me that they would have taken those little cherries I made and put on their rear view. And I was thinking it was you, but something told me it wasn't. Like I wasn't 100% sure. And so I didn't put them in your box. But I was tempted to put those cherries in. I should have, darn it. But now you can make your own. They're just little balls. I think I found a pattern on YouTube as well, the cherries. Can't remember if it was a cherry and the lemon and all that stuff was together or I got them out of different videos. It might have been a couple different videos and I combined them. But it was you. Gosh darn it. Now I know. Like I said, I thought it was you, but then something was like, I'm not 100% sure if that was her or not. And then she'll be like, why did she eat this fruit in my bag? All right, I gotta lint roll this bad boy. Like I said, for some reason it's hard for me to get my stuffing down all the way at the bottom, even though like I'm shaking the camera, I'm pressing so hard into there. Anyway. All right, that's better. Still get a little bit more in there, I think. Whoops, a bit fell, that's okay. Let me pick that back up. All right, That's good for right now. We will add some more as we keep going and clean it. But we're almost there. So what are we doing now? 23, 25, which is 2 and a decrease. Okay. All right, 2 and a decrease. Oh, Arthur's still in his bed, you guys. Let me get some juice. I'm hot. Put this cold water bottle on my head. Jeez. Okay, that's better. What did I make a few days? Let's see. What did I make a few days ago? I made a glow-in-the-dark ghost. I can't remember what else I made. I wouldn't have questioned. I would have been appreciative regardless. Oh, like I said, I just was like, I can't remember if she said it or not. But now I know. Well, I'll have to keep that in mind. If you ever order anything else, maybe I'll have to throw it in there. I think I said, part of me was like, do I still have the cherries? And I'm pretty sure I do, because I gave some of the fruit away, but I don't think it was the cherries. I don't think it was the cherries. Let's see. 20. Did I already click it? No. 23. Let's see here. 2 and a decrease. And no stuffing, please. 1. Oh yeah, I took a picture of my glow-in-the-dark ghost earlier, so I'll have to post it later and show you guys. I don't want to post too much stuff at the time, but I'll post it later and show you guys the glow-in-the-dark ghost that I made the other day, because I did take a picture of it finally glowing this morning, and it was glowing, let me tell you. It was glowing. There we go, back on. It's falling off. 1, 2, and we have quote Freestyle Friday tonight, but it's not really Friday tonight. I think she's doing it tonight. Isn't she doing it tonight? 1, 2. I think I'm coming. I'm gonna at least come for a little while. Then we probably are gonna watch something, me and my husband. Yeah, I thought so. Because last night on so long. They were so pretty. Those colors were beautiful. 1, 2. And MJ was like, I put 3 stitches in 1 hole. Paige was like, what? I was like, MJ invented a new stitch. The triple ends over here. 1, 2. I kind of missed that whole thing. Like I missed the beginning of it, and then I was like, oh, and then I like realized what happened there at the end. I've been the same way if I was using it. It was funny though. It was, that part was funny at least. The other part wasn't funny, but your reaction was funny. 1, 2. Whoops, I got too low there. 1, 2. Miss Angie's about to go live. We'll have to go join her in a minute, but we're almost done. 1, 2, and decrease here. Let's see. Something looks funky. Count. Something looks funky. How many am I supposed to have? 20? No, 12. I was looking at the round. Whoa, why does it look like that? See that? Why does it look like that? What? I don't know. I'm pulling it back. That looks weird. It's getting stuck. Come on. You can do it. You can come back. I swear. I was being a little rough with it. Sometimes people have to take like a needle and force the yarn like around itself so that you can undo it. Shedding a little bit. All right, let's see. So that's 1, 2, and a decrease, which is what we're supposed to be doing, correct? Yes. And then maybe I went into the wrong stitch there. 1, 2, oops, 2. They look tall on one side. 2. They still do. That's weird. Well, hopefully it evens out in a minute because it looks funky. But it shouldn't, because everything is all lining up and numbers are adding up and all that. Let's see. That suck. It should be fine. I've never had it not be fine when I've had something else made in the past. If the numbers add up, it usually works out just fine. All right, so 1, 2, decrease. Yeah, so if it's stuck, you can try to like wiggle it out with like a needle. You try to like get that loop over the other loop kind of situation. But other than that, I don't know. Like I've had to cut it and just, I don't know. Like there is some way you can reattach new yarn to when you're like sewing, but I don't know how to do it yet. 1, 2, decrease, 1, 2, decrease, 1, 2. Okay, this is what I thought, decrease. But yeah, so there is some way to do it, but I feel like I can't figure it out because if I attach a new piece and like obviously put a knot in it, it's not going to sew through because it's got a knot on it. But there is supposed to be like a way that if like you don't include enough yarn in your thing or something to like attach more to it to sew it on or do whatever it is you need to do. But like I said, I think I've had one piece get truly stuck on me while I was sewing it, and I just had to cut it off and remake that little piece and start over. But thankfully it was a piece, which is good and bad because it's finicky. Like Chris was saying last night something about she's making that cat tail, and I think she said it was like 20 rounds of 12 or something. And I'm like, yeah, that gets finicky. Like even if you stuff it as you go and do all that stuff, it still can be really finicky sometimes to like get all the way around those little things. All right, here we go. We're just going to pop this in here. See if we can cram some more stuffing in here. Whoa, got stuck around the hook. All right. Is that good? How much more do we have? We only have one more round or 2 more before we close it. So we got to make sure we got enough. It's kind of hard just because I want to make sure the ends are even. Both of the football ends look even. And they're pointy, so it's like weird trying to stuff it as you go a little bit, but I'm working on it. And I can always manipulate a little bit after it's done. You can kind of shape it a little bit. Put my candle out in a minute. It's been burning for a hot minute. All right. A little bit more on this side, I think. Glad I did my tall candle because my short candle, the stuffing would be like going in there. All right. You want to make the mini loaf cat? Yes. I've been wanting to make like a cat pattern, but I haven't found like the right color yarns yet. But I think the cow that I showed you, I think on their channel they have a cat pattern that's not too shabby. I think I can't remember, and I feel like I might try that one day since I like their cow pattern. But yeah, I love those patterns much. They're so good. All right, single and a decrease, and then we have one more round and we sew him shut, which is good because then we're gonna go get ready and watch Angie's live while we get ready. 1 and the decrease. Oh, did my power just blink? I might lose you guys if the power goes out. That's weird. I hope it doesn't go out. I was about to go take a shower, bruh. Like, no, don't go out now. All right, 1, a decrease. 1, slipped out. 1, dang it. 1. I get overly excited and nervous when I get to the end here. I'll show you guys how I do the whites on the eyes before I go, though. It'll take but a second, because they really make all the difference in a piece and how it looks in the end. I would do it more often, but sometimes, you know, if it's like something white, you can't do the whites around the eyes or you won't see them. I guess you could do a color potentially and make it like blue or green or brown, or I guess you could do that maybe. And I tried it with the blanket yarn, but I didn't like it, so I ended up doing it with just regular acrylic yarn, and that tends to be the thing that works the best to do details with. except for the mouth. I use the Easy Peasy yarn from the Woobles. So if you ever get the kit, save the black embroidery yarn if you don't use it all, because it's really nice to make mouths with, because it just lays so much nicer than a lot of them. I just find it works a lot easier. I really should buy some of it just for that. All right, so last one. So I need to put just a tiny bit more stuffing in the top and then close him up. Oh yes. You need 10 more to hit 250. Oh, congratulations, Moonrose. That's awesome. That's so awesome. I don't know how many I'm away. I can't remember what number I'm at right now. I think I'm at like 243 or something. I can't remember. Something. So I'm right there with you. Good job. That's awesome. All right. Almost done. Stuffing. But the light stopped blinking like that, so that's good. I don't know why they did. Maybe because they're working on other people's electricity around the state, maybe. I don't know. That may not make any sense, but who knows. Yeah, I think by the time I squish him out, he'll be perfect. All right, so now we're going to do the last round, which is, of course, just some decreases. And then we're going to sew him shut. So let's see if I can get my hook in there. A lot of times I have a hard time like slipping my hook in like this to do decreases, especially with chenille yarn. So I'll flip my hook this way and just use the hook part and grab, there we go, the one strand that I need. And sometimes I do it with the second one too if it's also giving me some trouble. That's even giving me trouble. Oh, there we go. Got it. Slipped it in there. So I just kind of like scoop it up. And that tends to help me out. All right, I'm going to put my stitch marker back to help me sew everything closed at the end. I'm at 247. Oh, awesome. Maybe a couple today then. Have saved extra wool yarn for your daughter. Yeah, there you go. Yes, because I always have extra left over. But that black yarn, you keep that. You tell her you keep that embroidery yarn, the black stuff, so that you can make faces on things, because it really is good for that. It's not enough to really crochet anything anyway, plus you don't want to learn with black yarn anyway, so you can keep it. All right, one more decrease, and then it says do a slip stitch because it's an odd number, I think, of stitches here. So we're going to do the decrease, and then do a slip stitch, it says. And then, my phone battery's dying, you guys. I may have to go earlier than I thought. All right, but we're going to sew them together at very least. All right, there we go. So, let me grab some extra yarn to sew it together. Just in case mine does happen to die, though. I do appreciate absolutely all of you guys who have been here today. I was a little nervous about making the football on live just because I usually try to make a pattern a couple times before I go on live, just so that I'm more familiar with it and I can talk and do it at the same time. But I did not do that with this one. So thank you guys for bearing with me while I put this bad boy together today. Let's see, let's grab the big needle because we're going to need it in a minute. I have these long 4-inch weaving needles. They're pretty good, especially for making little stuffed animals like this, because you kind of need it to get your ends weaved in. Don't need this part, but for the weaving of the ends, it's nice. So I'm going to go in and out. Work my stitch, go in and back out. And then back in. And then I think I'm going to go over here. Take this back out. Whoops, kind of tossed it, but that's okay. I'm in a hurry. My phone has 10% left. All right, so we're going to pull it tight, close up the hole, and then I'm going to weave it in. This is why it's good to have the big needle, because I can weave it all the way over here instead of just weaving it short bursts at a time. I can weave it in big sections. So I'm just going to weave it a few times, and then we're going to leave that and forget about it for a minute so that I can finish that part later. That won't be a problem. All right. Fix our little hole. There we go. I have to back up a little bit so we can see the whole thing. A soccer ball would be that would be a little challenging, but that would be cool. So I need to shape him a little bit, make him a little football shaped. But here he is. He looks pretty good. Like I said, whites on the eyes make all the difference. But basically all you do for the whites on the eyes is, let's see, I'm going to try to do it really super fast, at least on one of the eyes before I go. All right, so basically for the whites on the eyes, you're going to do similar to what you would do for like a smile. You're just going to go in on a point close by. So let's see. Oh, Rita. Thank you. We're just wrapping up, but I'm glad you found me. And then I'm going to head over to Miss Angie's live here in a minute. If I can charge my phone. So we're just going to go over here somewhere. And then we're going to go as close to the eye as we possibly can. So about, let's see if I can go closer. About right here. This might be a little too low, but I'm just giving you guys an idea of how to do the light around the eyes. So we're going to have it there. And then let's say we're going to stop it about, we're going to hold it there, see where we think it looks good. And then stop it maybe about right here. And then normally you would go over to your next eye, but I'm going to go back over here because I'm going to end up pulling this out and restarting in a minute. And then you would just pull it through there, and then you kind of want to help it a little bit, push it over there just a little bit, and then pull it, and there you go. You have your whites on your eyes. You just take the two tails, put them in a knot, and tuck them in, and you're good. So that's how you do the whites on the eyes. That really make all the difference for the little football, in my opinion, at least anyway. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon. I better go before my phone dies on me. But I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon. And yes, you should make one for your husband, Rita. That's what I did. The pattern is in the description, the link, and I will upload this video in just a few minutes as soon as it like renders and everything. And I get off of doing Angie's live and stuff, I will upload it. So yes, but I hope you have such a wonderful day, and I thank you guys so much for being with me today while I worked on this, and I will see you guys hopefully on Tuesday at the same time at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If everything goes well, I will be here Tuesday working on something, or maybe we'll finish this up and then, I'll probably finish it off camera. I don't know. We'll work on something, and so yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for being here. Eileen, MJ, Miss Rivera, Moon Rose, everybody that's popped in today. Rita, thank you so much for coming over here. I appreciate you. And I hope you guys have such a wonderful day. And anybody I missed too, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you and have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye.